Hi everyone, this is AFCRDTV and welcome to highlights of Spalding United against AFC Rushden Diamonds from the UCL Premier Division on Saturday afternoon. So with Spalding with a play 17, 1-17 record so far in the league, this was going to be a huge contest for the Diamonds to see how far they've come in just the short 18 months or so since the first team has been involved in competitive action. And it was the Diamonds really that came out of the blocks firing first. The first opportunity here was for striker Russ Dunkley, who knocked the ball back, and the cross came in as far as Shan McBride, although his header was just wide. And then Spalding themselves had a good opportunity after a testing low cross from Dan Cotton across the face of the 6-yard box. No Spalding striker could get onto it. And then one of the huge turning points of the game, defender Nathan Stainfield was adjudged to have fouled Russ Dunkley as the Diamonds man entered the area. A penalty was given immediately, and with the referee deciding the severity of the offence, he decided to give Stainfield a straight red card, reducing Spalding down to 10 men and giving Diamonds a penalty with less than 20 minutes on the clock. The Diamonds have had a few penalty takers this season, Alfie Taylor and also Faisal Korea. For this one though, with neither of those players on the field, it was Matt Gearing, who's one of the very best strikers of a stationary ball, and he converted the penalty confidently to give Diamonds a 1-0 lead 19 minutes in. In the 24th minute, the Diamonds fans gave Dale Roberts a minute's worth of singing and applause that was well respected by both sets of support in the ground. This coincided with a bit of a thunderbolt free kick from Aaron King, which Spalding keeper Michael Duggan did well to tip over. And still Diamonds came forward. The tricky Matt Gearing opening up Aaron King. And then it was Duggan with a very impressive double save from the Diamonds man. And in very blustery conditions that were helping the Diamonds in the first period, a long throw from Sam Brown was headed to about the penalty spot, where Aaron King looped in a high shot, but it was easy for Duggan to gather and save. And with the half-time whistle approaching, ball found its way through to midfielder Richard Bunting, who showed fantastic close ball control to dribble past a number of defenders before unleashing a neat shot past Duggan into the back of the net to give Diamonds a 2-0 lead, that in the 42nd minute. So at half-time in this one, Spalding United 0, AFC Rushden Diamonds 2. Bunting was part of a midfield team of Shan McBride in the centre, and with a number of injury issues at the back. It was Brad Harris and the returning Jamal Clark at centre half. Although so far the defence had dealt very well with any Spalding threat, and as the second half started, there was a Diamonds again on the front foot, although the wind by this stage was helping Spalding. An opportunity set up by Matt Gearing, and Greg Ling fired over before Spalding had a few opportunities themselves. First, Jamie Thirlborn with an opportunity from distance, and then later on John Fairweather from a shot from inside the area. Tom Cross did well to turn away. Again, Thirlborn was involved. Tom Cross a low save to his left, before then a very impressive turn and hit from distance from striker Andrew Tidswell, rebounding off the base of the post, unfortunately for the Diamonds going wide. The best really that the Diamonds came up with in that second period with a header from Russ Dunkley, saved nicely from Michael Duggan. And then at the other end, the hosts with a header from John Fairweather again, going just over Tom Cross's bar. And it looked like Diamonds' defence and keeper would keep a clean sheet until Tom Cross made a slight error from a cross, and Jamie Stevens knocked the ball into the back of an unguarded net. Although with that goal coming in the 89th minute, really it was too little too late for the hosts. And Diamonds did exceptionally well to hang on full time in this one. Spalding United 1, AFC Rushden Diamonds 2. Spalding's first defeat, and in fact the first time they've not won, in 18 league occasions. And Diamonds now as far as third in the UCL Premier Division, just 7 points off the top place.
Here I'm with AFC Rushden Diamonds manager Mark Starmer following the team's 2-1 win here at league leaders Spalding. Mark, your thoughts on the game?
It was a good game. I thought it started quite brightly. I just felt at the start we were just getting on top with the wind and going down the hill. And of course the penalty, the sending off and the penalty has changed the game. So it'd have been interesting to see how it had gone with that. It was definitely a penalty and definitely a sending off. So I don't think they can argue about that. It was nice to see a penalty go in first time. And then we've took control of the game. The second goal was crucial, and we've had other chances as well. So 2.5 times, always a dodgy scoreline. But I felt we was in control of the game. Second half, we knew they'd throw at us. I was happy first half when they put Tiz in midfield. I was more concerned when they put him back up front. But I felt we did okay. Some of the passing and that was poor today, getting out and things like that, being hypercritical. And then the fumble at the end just made it nervous 2-3 minutes at the end. But overall, I thought it was thoroughly deserved. And that's for the big man.
Yeah, he certainly, even before the sending off and the penalty, he was giving this step 2 centre-half a bit of a roasting.
Yeah, Dunks will give a lot of defenders our level and levels above an issue, all right? So it doesn't matter what level they are, it'll give them problems. The key is, do we have people running on after that? And today we did, and they couldn't cope with Dunks, they couldn't cope with Kingy. And I just felt we got it right today, and we the formation suited, and it asked questions of them constantly. They couldn't pick up the runners, and we were just about getting on top at that point. Sending off had an impact, but we've made the most of it. You know, we've had games where we've been down to 10 men, and we've come back, we've reshaped, we've redone things, and we've gone on and won the game. So it's not impossible, and I felt we dealt with it very well today.
So the win in the second half was a bit of a leveller, and were you a bit surprised that they didn't make changes earlier on in the second half and throw things at us? I mean, he stayed with 4 at the back till about last 10 minutes.
He did, but he pushed top again, and but you know the wind and the wind was strong. You know, let's make no bones about that. It was strong both halves, and we used it better than them first half. Than what they did second half, but they'll have a go, and you know at the end of the day we can change things. I don't care what they do, what they don't do, you know, it's down to them. But we've come here, very professional performance and 3 points, so got to be happy with that. Support was superb again, and yeah, that just keeps everything running and going nicely.
And we lost Richard Bunting again. Shame for Richard, because he was having an excellent game, controlling the midfield. Do you know if he'll be out for a long while, or will he be available next week?
At the minute, I don't know. He was a bit concerned about it. He said he just went again, his calf. And you're right, he was controlling the midfield. He was keeping things in check, and discipline was good. And you know, I don't know yet. And unfortunately, we haven't got a game in midweek, so he'll be able to rest it and see Kim a couple of times, and we'll go from there. But at this moment, I don't know.
And we seem to be struggling a bit with cover in defence, with no Parky, Gilly or Deeks today. Have you got any plans to bring in any cover for defence over the holiday period games?
Yeah, we're looking at which midfield player can go back there, because whoever goes back there does a good job. So, no, I don't know. Well, Parky hopefully is still ill, and hopefully he'll clear up this week. Deeks got a bad back. Hopefully he'll rest it this week and be back. So no, it's not anything drastic at the minute. You know, we'll keep ticking on, and things are all right.
So basically Parky and Deeks need to man up a bit then?
I'll tell them you said that. Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, but you're right. Yeah. So no, I'm not panicking with the defensive cover at the minute. You know, Brad's done an excellent job, and you know, I certainly wouldn't change it next week anyway, whether they're available or not. So we'll just keep going and see what we've got. If if another one went, then obviously we might have to look elsewhere. You know, there's always Biff and Peaksy who could slot in there, but you know, we'll wait and see. All the chairmen I've heard can play there as well. So.
Well, if you put Biff in the chairman, you wouldn't need anybody else, would you?
Wouldn't need a goalkeeper anyway, would you? Hey.
Right, well, on that note then, it's great to talk to you as always, Mark, especially after a result and a performance like today. And we look forward to coming up this way again next week.
Thank you. Cheers.
All right, I'm back on AFCRDTV and also back on AFCRDTV as our man of the match again, Brad Harris. Congratulations, Bradley.
Cheers, thank you.
Yeah, what did you think about the game coming up against league leader Spalding to win the game 2-1? Great result.
Yeah, we knew we had enough in there to beat them, and I think we started very well. Put them under a lot of pressure, and then it was fortunate for them to get a man sent off, and I think we kicked on from there.
It was very tight, defensive match up until the man got sent off, and that really seemed to turn the tide there for Diamond's way.
Yeah, it's always going to happen. Yeah, they got a man sent off, and we got a bit more of the ball and kept a bit more possession, and yeah, we did well.
I thought maybe you might step up to take the penalty kick, or didn't? Or what did your thoughts about that? Matty Gearing did a fine job on the penalty kick, on the PK.
He put that home nicely. Yeah, well, no chance I was taking that. No chance.
Okay, and then late in the first half, one of the new boys for Diamonds, Richard Bunting, with a very nice goal as well. What did you see on that play?
Yeah, it was a very good. The way he took it in the box and on the turn, hit it at the bottom corner. So yeah, I played with Richard at Buckby. He's a very good player. Yeah.
So at halftime, I was Storm's feeling they had to feel good, and all the players up 2-0 at the interval.
Yeah, at 2-0, we could have only have lost it. So we defended well second half, and yeah.
A little nervy, though, the last 2 or 3 minutes of the match, I suppose.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, a bit of a mix-up at the back, and they nicked a goal, but yeah, we held on, so happy with that.
Well, it was an excellent result. Also, during the game in the first half in the 24th minute, were you noticing the fans all clapping and applauding for the late Dale Roberts, a touching moment at that point of the match?
Yeah, very, yeah. I didn't know him personally, yeah, but I've heard very nice lads, so yeah.
All righto. Well, next week we continue on our away travels for Diamonds at Boston, and it might even be colder there. Do you like playing in this cold weather?
I don't mind. Crossy's making a bit of business in there, selling his Under Armours, so yeah, the lads will be all right.
Well, very good. We'll press on and hopefully maybe march on up the table, getting closer to first place now with the big win today over Spalding 2-1.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we're on a good run of form, so we'll carry that on.
Cheers.
Cheers.